You're back again with the Chuck. There you
Yeah,
are.
good.
Okay, there you are. Got your
Yeah.
put 'em there, looking good.
Thanks.
Your
I
mother
appreciate
would
you
be
setting
very
this up, Bob. You worked pretty hard on this.
quite frankly. Well, you're a technology guy. This was really simple. I had already owned or bought a Zoom, whatever the hell it is, a license or whatever for 150 bucks because I do some other um, groups, and so I had to pay for that. And this was easy. I mean, I'm used to about 10 or 20 or 30 at most. This was a lot more, but it was still the same principles of keeping everybody in line.
Well, you did a good job moderating. She kind of kept everybody in order there.
Well, there's either that, it's like herding cats. If I didn't, there's no way. I mean, everybody would be talking over each other. We'd never get anywhere. While I got you on the phone, so to speak, could you put your last name and your location and your information?
And few
All right,
traffic.
good. Well, I'm going to pop back in a little bit, but I'll see now that we got it working. I'm happy.
Perfect.
Don't style. Anyway.
Tony's iPad, are you there?
Yeah, hiya, Bob.
Hi. I don't have your picture. You just said put Tony's iPad.
Yeah,
AI.
no, I didn't put my picture in because I played golf today and it's 9:30 and I'm exhausted and I'm in bed.
Come on, let's see your poem. You're a sweet-looking woman. You have
Nah.
aged. You and your sister have aged beautifully.
Well, that's very kind of
No,
you.
you're really quite handsome, the two of you.
Oh goodness, it's funny. It mattered so much when I was younger and it doesn't matter so much now.
Absolutely. We're at our age.
Yeah,
Who gives a goddamn?
absolutely.
It is
Yeah,
what it is.
I know. I know. How's things there? Remind me where you are?
I'm
You're in
I'm
Oregon.
I'm in 10 miles south of Portland, Oregon,
Yeah,
and in
yeah.
a bedroom community like a Beverly Hills. It's a bedroom community from Portland, and it's absolutely delightful. I don't know if you've ever been up through the Pacific Northwest, but it's just gorgeous up here.
No, I haven't actually. No, I think San Francisco's the furthest north.
Aha.
Are you reasonably near Seattle, aren't you?
Well, Portland is about 10 miles, well, not 10 miles, it's about 5 miles south of the Washington border. Then
Okay.
Seattle is about 120 miles, I think, something like that, from Portland up to Seattle.
Right, right. Oh, good. Yeah. Nobody else?
Well,
Nobody
Judy
else.
Markey is there. Judy, you're muted. You can open up your mic for the moment.
Oh, now let's look at my
Hi.
gallery
Hi.
view. Oh, there we are.
Okay. I am go running to I'm ready to go. I found you. I lost it again 2 weeks in a row. I do have dementia, so that explains it. Or I'm just scatterbrained.
You're probably just scatterbrained, but aren't we all at this age?
Yes. Yeah, I know. So anyway, I'm gonna go like put some lipstick on and then come back.
Stay where you are. You're gorgeous the way you are. Look, we're 82 years of age. Who gives
I'm
a goddamn?
81.
Just be yourself. Be comfortable. Don't
I'm not
worry
gonna
about
change
it.
anything. I'm not gonna change anything on here, and I can go clean up.
Suit yourself. I'm just saying you're fine the way you are.
Thank you.
Live with it.
Okay, I'm gonna, of course, I'm gonna come back. Hi, Tony.
Hiya, Judy.
How you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing really well. All
I thought this was
good.
really great last week. I mean, really great, Bob.
I'm glad you liked it. It was just a thought out of left field. My wife is 2 years younger than I am. She
mhm.
also went to Beverly.
Oh,
And who
really?
was it?
Thank you, Tony.
I forget the young girl from her class who had this idea initially, and they didn't run it very well, and it was just like herding cats. And
Yeah.
I thought, well, geez, why don't we do something like that? I've had some experience with other groups, so I wasn't uncomfortable keeping everybody in line and knowing that's the only way it was work, and it seemed to work out just fine.
Oh, it did. It really did. A little humorous chaos in the beginning, and it may happen again, but
Well, it's like herding cats.
Yeah.
I don't know about cats.
They're all in 37 different directions. No chance of hurting them.
Yeah.
Okay, now did I do something wrong that I can't see Tony?
No,
No.
I got my camera off. I was saying because I'm 8 hours ahead of you guys, and I've had a bath and I'm in bed, and I just can't be bothered to do anything to make myself presentable.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna do it on behalf of both of us.
Yeah, okay, you do
Suit
that.
yourself.
Okay, I'm just gonna leave this here on my couch.
Okay, okay,
Okay.
we'll wait for you.
I'm
Do you
sure
know
that
what was fascinating to me was when I've told various friends here that, I had such an interesting encounter last week, and people were so interested in kind of what it was like after all these years. I mean, if we were the class of 61 and when would the last time, how many years is it since we graduated? 61, 71, 81, 91, 01.
64 years?
My God.
Yes,
I mean, that's astounding to me.
it is to me also, but everybody at our age is in the same boat, regardless of where they went to school. They all had the same kinds of experiences, some good,
Yeah,
some bad.
absolutely.
Some have been scarred so deeply that they don't ever want to see us again. And that's unfortunate.
That was quite extraordinary how much of that came out, Bob.
Yeah.
And how lasting it was. And
okay, I
Yes.
have to go. I'm interested, but I really look horrible.
Okay.
no,
So,
you don't.
you
You
look
don't.
fine.
You don't.
well, thank you for the nice words, and I'll be back
Okay,
Okay.
we'll be
more
here.
self-confident. Huh?
Okay.
Okay.
We'll be here.
Okay.
Bob,
Tony,
that was so interesting. And do you know what? I mean, I'm hoping it's just the two of us at the minute. I was so pissed off at Tony Howard saying you're 81, get over it. I mean, that was just extraordinary to me. That just perpetuated the bad thing. I mean, I remember my recollection of her, and this isn't gossip, it's just fact, was she was petite, she was tiny.
Yes.
And yet a huge presence.
Yeah. Well,
And apparently still thinks she is.
yes. Well,
Amazing.
it is amazing. On a separate note, as I had
Yes.
mentioned briefly, my wife and I were married in London.
Oh no, I didn't know that.
Yes, we were married at the Justice of the Peace, next door to the St. Pancras station in downtown London.
Oh my goodness.
We had been dating off and on in the States here, and then she was a teacher at the time. Maybe she was a teacher for 33 years. She was teaching, and she had the summer off. I quit my job. I'd never been to Europe, and I had a backpack, and I thought, well, I'll see Europe. What the hey?
Yeah.
So we were dating. I knew she was coming over to Europe, and I said, I'll meet you. And we hadn't discussed it. And I got her, she came from the Hook of Holland to wherever, Harwich.
Harwich, yes, Essex,
And
yeah.
I went out there hours before their boat arrived because I was so anxious to see her. I've been separated from her for a whole week. And she got off the boat. She said, "What are you doing here?" I said, "Well, I couldn't wait." So we got into the rail car, and there was a very proper English couple sitting at the other side of the bench in the compartment. And I said to her, "What do you think about just cold? What do you think about getting married in London, or
Oh my,
getting married in Europe?" She said, "Okay," just cold like that. Hi, Alan.
Hey, Bob.
So
Hi.
I said,
I forgot about it. I'm on my bike, so I'm doing it this way.
"Okay, enjoy yourself." Anyway, so I said, "Well, let's get married in France." She said, "Oh, it's such a cliche." And I said, well, tell me two of your friends who recently got married in France. She said, well, obviously, no, nobody. But looking into getting married in France, it's primarily a Catholic country.
Yes.
And you have to be, both of you have to be 2 months prior to the wedding, 3 months after, for it to be legal in France.
Yes.
Well, I don't like the French that much, and I didn't have that kind of time. So we looked into London and we looked into a synagogue. Well, you have to join the synagogue. We're both backpacking through Europe on pennies, and they won hundreds of dollars. And I said, that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
We finally went to the Justice of the Peace next to the St. Pancras station, and that's where we were married.
Amazing. And how old were you?
I was 28. I guess she was 26, and we
And
just
were your families furious that you didn't have a big?
well, that's another whole story. Anyway, we just celebrated our 53rd wedding anniversary,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
we both had, our parents had both come out from the East Coast, hers from New York, mine from Philly. And they were
Yeah.
both members of the Sand and Sea Club. Do you remember that?
We were members
Oh,
there.
okay, fine.
Gosh.
And the mothers used to sit together and they say, wouldn't it be nice if she was
Ah.
13, I was 15, we had nothing to do with each other.
Amazing.
So in high school, she was with the alphas and the very bright kids, and I was with the wise ass kids. So we never really knew each other. But after high school, we came together, and 53 years later, 2 sons. That's it.
Amazing. Amazing. It's I mean, times are so different. We've been married 57 years. But I was married before when I was 19 because I went to UCLA my first year and I fell madly in love. And back in those days, I mean, my kids just laugh now. You didn't sleep with anybody or whatever, so
No.
you married them. You didn't
Right.
know them and you
Right.
made terrible mistakes because you didn't know them. And I was
Yep.
divorced a year and a half later. But my father was a wise old bird. He knew that there was no stopping me, but he made us promise, we were both at university, that I wouldn't get pregnant because he knew it wouldn't last. But in those days, you had to have parental permission to get married, and you had to have a syphilis test. Do you remember that?
Yeah. Yep.
Amazing.
Times
Yeah.
have changed,
Yeah, they have.
but we have lived through a tremendous history in our country.
I
Things
would
that have
like
occurred.
I would like to go back to those times. I
Yeah.
really would.
Wouldn't we all? It was a safer, quieter,
Golden
slower
time.
time.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, listen, most of us that are still around have had very good lives with ups and downs. I'm
Yeah.
sure everybody's had them, but we've had wonderful lives, and I just feel so sad for my kids and my grandkids.
Tony, I've mentioned a number of times that people our age, we lived through the best years that this country had to give.
Absolutely. Between wars.
Yep.
Um,
And the prosperity and
Yeah.
young families and
Yeah.
safe to, I remember being pushed out of the door at 8 o'clock in the morning on my bicycle. Don't be
Yeah.
late for dinner. And there
Yeah.
was no worries.
Absolutely.
That's not the case any longer, unfortunately.
No, I know. I mean, I had a big discussion today with people at the golf club. We were talking about people are living so much longer and medical changes have made so much more possible. And we're not sure it is a good thing because you kind of are, I don't know, late 80s, 90s with bits falling off and no quality of life, but you're still there. And I
Yeah.
was remembering, do you remember in our time, everybody had either a grandma or an old aunt, an aunt or an uncle, and they would fall and break a hip.
Yep.
And 6 weeks later, they would be dead because they
Right.
didn't mobilize them. They didn't pin and plate. They just left them in the bed and they got pneumonia and died. And people said, well, he had a good life. He was 63.
Right. No, we're
I mean-
certainly living longer because of medicine and you're right.
Yeah.
It's a question. Is it better that we're living this longer or not?
Yeah.
Parts are rusting, parts are falling off, parts are not working any longer. And that's
Oh,
what
I
we have to
know.
live with.
Bob, can you hear me?
Yeah.
How many people besides the three of us are on this chat?
That's about it.
Three.
It's five of us.
I can't see my screen that well. Who's the lady you're talking to?
Oh,
Tony.
hello, it's Tony Hillman.
Hi, Tony. It's Alan.
Are you on a stationary bike, Alan?
No, I'm on the Santa Monica bike path. On a real
Oh,
bike.
that's wonderful.
I'm dodging dogs, baby strollers, joggers.
What part of Santa Monica? Terry and I always laugh at the corner of Ocean Avenue and San Vicente Boulevard. There is a wonderful, huge apartment block called Terryton, which is named after us, which my father built.
Oh, gosh.
Almost there. If I tilt my phone, I have to turn the phone on, but I'm almost there. I'm level with California Street right now. So
Oh, right.
yeah, I'll be at San Vicente in about 3 minutes.
Are cyclists there as much of a menace as they are here in London?
Don't say that to me because I'm like long cycle. Actually, made me start talking about was when you talked about your mother saying goodbye. You left on your bike, be home for dinner, and you didn't have to worry. So I'm just riding on the real safe bike path with no cars. My wife has probably checked in 3 times to find out if I'm still alive. That's the difference. 1954 and 2025.
We have a real problem here with cyclists who go through red lights but we don't have bike paths like you apparently do there.
Yeah, I don't ride on the street. It's just too dangerous. I've had too many
Yeah.
close calls at this age too. I just my skills are not what they used to be. My speed. So I just stay on the beach bike path or some bike path where I don't
Yeah.
have cars. But here the funny thing is, I got to deal with all this other crap. I got people just coming off the sand, not looking on the bike path and stepping into it. I got
Yeah.
skaters, baby joggers, runners, and the e-bikes, real fast, powerful, heavyweight e-bikes. They're such a menace. And now I got a helicopter next to me. So you hear that?
No,
No.
That's interesting.
How come you can have enough bandwidth to do such good Zoom? We don't have that here.
Yeah, I go from cellular to the internet. From cellular to the internet. I'm making a cell phone call and getting you.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I watch television shows on my bike too. I mean, I just log into my account at my cable company. It's called Spectrum. I can watch any TV show.
Oh, wow. No. I mean, I suppose I could, but it would cost me a fortune, so I wouldn't do it.
I think we lost him. Hi, Steve.
Oh, having said how good
Hi.
it was.
Oh my God, it's magnificent. Judy, what did you do?
I did everything.
Oh my
Hey.
God.
Hey, Judy.
Yeah. Hey, Steve.
How
I
are
was going
you?
to call you fine to see if we can have dinner next week. I'll call Julie and stuff.
Be great.
Okay, because we're leaving for Tucson in 3 weeks.
All right.
Okay, I will promise you that I'll do that.
All right. Good.
Okay. Wasn't this good?
That's fun.
Yeah, very fun.
Hello, Terry Hillman Ray.
Hello, Tony Hillman Fine and Judy Lindheim.
Judy Lindheim, yeah.
Hello.
Haven't called that in a long time. Yeah. Do you and Terry talk all the time? And Tony
Yes.
talk all the time?
Yes.
You on WhatsApp?
We
FaceTime.
Oh, you do? Yeah.
No, we've said so many times, it used to be if you lived in a different country, you either had those codes where you made those phone calls and it was sort of a message, and if they answered, you hung up.
You know, you both have Zoom. You are able to talk to each other on Zoom. The first hour is free.
So is
might look-
FaceTime.
Huh?
So is FaceTime.
Oh, okay.
It's but I mean, you can't sort of do this. But it's the next best thing.
Oh, well,
Hey, Tony,
Hi, darling.
you're not visible.
No, I'm in bed with no makeup on, just out of a bath because I played golf today in the rain.
That works.
How hard is it to get to a golf course in London?
Oh, I'm so lucky. I have a very lovely parkland course 3 minutes from my house, and it's rather fun actually because it's in Hampstead Heath, and it's, for whatever reason, it's a very exclusive club, and we have lots of kind of, oh, Harry Styles and all the showbiz people, but we also had the American ambassador, and it's fun. It's a good club, but the course is lovely.
Oh, good.
It's only 9 holes, yeah?
Yeah, yeah. But most people, well, many people go around twice. I would rather just go around once, 3 or 4 times a week, and still be able to walk.
Judy,
Okay,
where are you living?
I'm living in the suburbs of Chicago.
Okay.
I came to Northwestern. I have my little speech written out,
Oh, well, save it.
but I have been in the Chicago area for a long time, except for 7 years in Europe. So that's where I've been.
Huh.
And you are where?
Washington, D.C. suburbs, Virginia, Northern Virginia.
Did you see Judy Silverglade at all when she lived here there?
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, of course, she's back in LA now.
Right. It's been a while, I think, that she's been back there.
Bob, I was thinking back on last week and just the whole experience and realizing I really only knew very few people. I think we all did, or I didn't know a lot of people. I had a small cohort, and then there were people whose names I knew, and then there were people I didn't know at all.
Oh, but there
I-
were 400 people in our class.
Well, I
no,
guess
no, I
lot.
think it was
it's 3 something,
three
Oh, okay.
something.
but that's still big.
That's more than you can know.
Terry, I think that's probably very typical of all of us, had our little groups that we knew.
Yes.
And I didn't realize that even some of the grade schools had their own little groups and they didn't talk to other groups, so to speak, and they had their own reunions.
Well, we had a little El Rodeo one that
Okay.
was lovely. Yeah, it was cool.
My best friend Bob had a crush on you. Her name was Marilyn Koskoff. Do you remember
Oh,
her?
I
Of
remember.
course. Yeah.
Okay. And we're still tight. She lives in Arizona. And we live in Tucson half the year. And so I hang with Marilyn all over again. It's been good.
It's interesting. I'm trying to get in touch with some of our classmates. They didn't really want to deal with this. They didn't want to be involved with all of this. They had such scars from high school that
Mhm.
they really didn't want to relive all of that, I guess.
I know people like, they told me they want to preserve the great memories. They don't want to see someone who's 82 years old. I've heard a lot of comments like that.
Oh, and I didn't get that sense. I got the sense of we weren't good enough and we still don't feel good enough.
Yeah.
You're kidding.
Yeah.
That-
That might be a projection.
Well, remember, there were the two grade schools that were above Wilshire, and then the pot roast district that I went to, Beverly Vista, and I forget what was the other one.
Hawthorne.
Man,
Horace Mann, right?
Yeah.
And they didn't intermix with each other. I mean, one group was not good enough for the other group.
but that wasn't
Actually,
how it was in high
Terry,
school.
What?
In high school, people didn't feel that way.
That's in your mind.
Well, you
Maybe
were
you
one of
didn't.
the popular ones, Judy. I saw
yeah,
I
yeah.
saw Joyce Alexander and I said, "Oh my God, you were one of the cool kids." You know?
And what did she say?
She
Oh,
smiled.
God. Yeah.
Terry, I just remembered, didn't we go to Beverly Vista for a term or two?
When we first came to America.
Those witches' outfits, that was Beverly Vista, wasn't it?
Yes, yes, yes. We had just come from England.
What year?
Skipped
What year did you go to
we
this?
skipped first grade because we knew how to read. And there's a picture of everyone in their costumes and these two little dark-eyed refugee children looking utterly bewildered.
No, but that's so interesting that you remember it that way, because my recollection was that you were supposed to come to school in regular school clothes and change into your outfit. And Mummy didn't get that. So we arrived at school in the outfit, and that's why we looked so weird, because we were the only ones in
I
the
think
outfit.
you're right. Except the picture I have is everyone is in costume but us, but I agree.
It was the other way around.
Memory is a lovely thing, ain't it?
If you have one.
When you can remember.
I
Right, yeah.
remember when I moved out to California from Cleveland, Ohio, and I was scared because we were always very not very welcoming to the kids that came to Shaker Heights High School, junior high. And I went to Beverly Vista for the January through June thing, and the people were so nice, so welcoming. Anita came up to me, Steve Kahn. I mean, everybody was sensational. It was a very good experience, and I
What year
expected.
was that? What year? What grade?
I was in the 7th grade.
That speaks well of the school, who must have engendered that kind of atmosphere.
I think people from California were very used to new people moving in, and they weren't rigid in. I didn't experience it as any kind of rigidity like we had in Shaker Heights.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was very lucky.
Marty Carlin, were you here last week?
I was.
Okay, nice to see you again.
Hello, how are you, Terry?
I'm good. Good enough. Good enough.
Vertical.
Vertical.
You know,
Terry,
thinking
I
of
gotta say, I
saying
really love your artwork that you post.
Thank you very much. I'm just making cards.
Are you always busy, huh?
Yeah, thank you.
you know,
I
thinking
have
of-
a question for Alan Goldsmith.
Hi, Marty. Hi.
Are you really wearing a safety helmet on an exercise bike?
Yeah, it's so dangerous in my bedroom. I'm completely padded with a helmet and protective gear.
That's so you don't
Lucky
crack
you
your
to
head
have
on
it.
the sidewalk.
Lucky to have a dangerous bedroom at 82.
Here's what
whoops,
see the ocean.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Judy, he's out on the road in Santa Monica. He's not in his bedroom.
Oh, he's not.
No, this is live.
I'm very literal. No, no,
Yes.
you're kidding me.
No, he's on his bicycle with his cell phone, and
Just
he's going in Santa Monica.
But what are we looking at?
Him,
Is-
that's through his cell phone,
Me
go
and
through the internet, and then here.
Oh,
At least we're not looking at
Just
the inside
falling
of his ear.
He may have. Anyway,
Falling off his bike. Alan, are you there? There he is.
he's back. On another note, if you think of all the people that we knew who are no longer alive, it's really kind of shocking.
It is. Did somebody say it was half? Can't be.
Yes. There's from 320, there's about 150 of us who have email addresses that are live.
Oh my gosh.
what?
Yeah.
You mean more than half the class has died?
Yes.
Oh my
And
God.
I think Anne had published a list, the last reunion, and it was just immense, the number of people. Everybody that you know.
That's horrendous.
Where we live, somebody just moved in called Bonnie Franklin, and it gave
Oh,
me very
Oh,
see that name.
Terry,
Mm.
Bonnie Franklin used to live right next door to Marty Carlin.
I used to drive her to school every day.
Oh, gosh.
Wasn't that in Rexford?
Yes.
Yes,
Right.
yeah. She was the second house south of Sunset, and I was the third house.
Oh, my.
They used to have like a third story attic that they um, turned into a dance studio.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
her sister, her younger sister, was very talented dancer and
Judy.
singer. And I'd be upstairs doing homework or whatever, and I'd hear tappity 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 tap bam bam bam, coming from their studio. So
Amazing.
yeah,
So of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people here, does anybody live in California?
I do.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yes.
I do.
Okay.
Yeah, I live right near Mulholland and Beverly Glen.
Oh, nice.
We call it Upper Bel Air, but trust me, it's nowhere near the Bel Air that most people think of. Down on St. Pierre and those beautiful homes just north of Sunset. That's
Yeah.
not my house. But it's a very convenient area if you're not having to go to work
You mean
or
schlep air.
drive home from work. The traffic on Beverly Glen has gotten horrible. And then, of course, a lot of people use that Waze software. So they cut through my neighborhood to avoid the 405 through Sepulveda Pass. It's lovely.
Mhm.
But we like it up here. It's Southern California semi-rustic.
Mhm.
Steve, been here, where do you live?
In a suburb outside of Chicago, not
Oh,
far from Judy.
also in Chicago. Okay.
Yeah.
We live in what's called the North Shore of Chicago. It's a sub, it's not, it's on the water, Steve's in my communities, but both of us live a little bit more inland. He has a great house. It's
I've
really,
been living here, like as I said, for 40 years, so it's comfortable.
it's a beautiful house. It's a family house. It's
It's
very
sort of
pretty,
a classic
right?
colonial Chicago suburb house.
You must have good knees. Stairs did me in.
What?
I have terrible knees. I can't do stairs anymore.
Oh no, I got stairs. I like stairs. It's good for me.
Yeah, it is good for you.
Smaller group this time, Bob.
I can't help it. I gave everybody the invitation. God knows I bugged the crap out of everybody with all the emails.
Did you send emails this past week?
I did.
Yes, he did. Yeah, on
Did?
Wednesday.
I didn't get
I didn't
any.
get any.
I didn't get any.
I don't know why. It was always sent to all the class. And have you checked your spam filters? Now,
No.
occasionally, I may have sent one without a subject. And if that's the case, it may have been gone to your spam filter. I don't know.
That's really interesting.
I got it in my regular inbox.
The last one was sent Wednesday, right? Wednesday. Is that the
I
last
think
one?
so. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I got it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at my spam now and I didn't get them.
And I looked yesterday because you had suggested that, Bob, and no. Maybe they didn't cross the Mississippi.
I think when there's that, that
Yeah.
large group of emails, sometimes they just get screwed up because sometimes I've seen a reply to something you sent and then I get it, but I didn't get the original.
Really.
Yeah, it's
I
weird.
can't, I don't know why.
Yeah.
I've had the same experience. I think some mail clients limit the number of people that you can send a reply
Yes.
to. So some people I know how to send out 2 emails in order to respond. They'd use portion of the group for the first email, and then they would use the remainder of the group for the second email. But like you, I've also missed some of them.
Yeah.
Oh shoot. We live in a senior community because I needed a single story. I went upstairs. We used to live in a 3-story townhouse. And one day I had dragged groceries up the stairs and I said, that's it. We're going to the condo. And my husband was smart enough to say, I'm not going to move twice. So we moved into senior condos right here in the heart of, it's Falston, but it's right in the heart of Arlington. And we can walk everywhere, but there's like 300 of us. And at one of the socials, I was saying, well, last week I had my high school reunion and it was a hoot. And sometimes it was like Saturday Night Live because we were saying, mute yourself, Sue, or, up there in the corner. But a lot of them, I said, I just want to know from the people sitting around, how many of you have had or gone to high school reunions? And very few had.
I went to a lot of them. I went to at least 3. Yeah.
I remember the 50th. I remember that was one that was important. And there was one.
Sorry to interrupt to ask, does anyone know anything about Miriam Hannum? Mimi Hannum? Does anyone know? What?
Yeah, I remember the name, but I can't put a face to it.
I can put a face, but why? Do you know her or know anything?
I guess not.
Speaking of people that sort of disappeared, does anybody have any contact with either John Tressault or Ron Cooper?
Oh, those are names from the past.
Yeah, and I can really remember the faces too, right away.
Yeah. Yeah, I was friendly with Johnny and he just disappeared. And Ron Cooper, he kind of vanished too. So, and I didn't even see his
Johnny
name on
Depp.
the list. He's not on the dead list or the alive list.
Dear, he's in limbo.
Or in purgatory.
Did anybody know about Johnny Beck?
Jay?
Who?
What?
John Beck?
Oh, John Beck.
I think he passed away. It was on one of the passed away lists, I think, at the last reunion.
Oh,
I was
really?
surprised.
He's gone.
Hmm.
And he was an absolutely amazing athlete.
Yeah.
Right, runner.
He was on the cross country team and was very well placed in the state. And the guy was just an amazing runner. So you think he'd be kind of bulletproof.
Right.
Just shows you exercise is not good for you.
No, that's why I avoid it.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Tony.
That proves the point.
The consequences can be awful.
The more I see, the more I'm aware of what an element of luck there is. A good genes and a certain element of luck.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ann Epstein, Ann just joined us. Ann, do you still maintain the list of people who have passed away?
I maintain a list. Were you talking about, look at Alan biking. Were you talking about Johnny Beck?
I was asking.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, he passed away a while back. I can't remember if it was after the last reunion we had 2 years ago or before that. Hi, Judy Lindheim.
Hi. Hi, Ann Epstein. How are you?
Is Louis Lehner okay? Do you remember Louis Lehner? I loved
remember,
him.
yes.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay,
Is he
I'm trying to
okay,
get
Ann?
everybody on. I'm sorry, Louis is with us, but I don't know if
Good.
he's with us today.
Okay, good.
Ann,
Yeah.
could I ask you to send that list to everybody on the email list?
I will update the whole, I'll update the current list of those who are still with us,
Yep.
the ones that are missing in action, and the ones that are deceased.
Oh,
That'd be great.
That'd be great.
All of that.
That would be great.
But but I can't do it now. I'll have to wait until sometime later this week, I think.
That's fine.
I'll be here.
Okay, you will. Good. Hi, Judy. Hi, Terry.
Hi, Judy Morgan.
Hi.
Right, Morgan. I was trying to remember the name. I'm in an art Zoom group, and they said to me, "What on earth is your name?" Terry Hillman Ray, Arlington, Virginia.
Yeah,
And I
right.
had to explain.
3 middle names.
Right.
I love it.
Well, I went to most of the reunions, and I can remember one of them. It was you, wasn't it, Chuck? And you and I were at that reunion together, and we
Yeah,
were kind of
who are
wandering
we?
off. Yeah,
Who
we
are
were.
we and why are we here?
We didn't recognize a lot of people, and we were suddenly facing each other, and it was like,
Who are these people?
who are you? And why am he
Yeah.
looked at my name tag and I looked at his. I don't know what it was. We were not on drugs, but it
No.
was like we didn't know anybody, and we were together that whole evening, just about commiserating. And even my husband remembers that. And we had such fun
Yeah, it was
being
great.
being in the dark about where we were. And I don't know why. I know enough people, but for some reason we got sequestered somehow. But that will always be just a very dear memory for me. That
To me
Oh,
as well.
going,
It was
yeah,
great.
yeah. Who are we and why are we here?
What reunion was
Oh,
it, do you remember?
The same question I asked myself when I first went to Beverly High.
Yeah, I'll bet. I'll bet.
How
I
are you,
remember
Chuck?
looking,
Good,
sorry.
good.
Good. Yeah.
Love
I
you for
remember
talking.
looking at pictures of the reunions that appeared on the internet,
Yeah.
and I tell you, I didn't recognize 80% of the people.
I just added
I
some
had to
more
go to my
pictures, by the way.
yearbook and figure out who they were.
Where
Having
are
all
you,
those
Chuck?
old people in the same room.
I did upload some additional pictures to that site. So, yeah, I found a whole box of negatives from when Bob Farkas and I were taking pictures at dances and other events. So I've been kind of scanning them and slowly loading them up on that site. So keep an eye on check back every couple of weeks. You'll see some new pictures of people.
What's the
What's
site?
the site?
That's a labor of love. Thank you.
I'll send a link to everybody with the site again so that you'll have it.
Yeah,
That'd
thank
be
you.
great. Yeah.
And you can download, or you can download the pictures as well if you want to keep them. And if you have pictures, you can upload them or send them to me and I'll upload them.
mhm.
That's
I did,
great.
I did find a few of graduation day with people with their graduation caps on the front lawn of the high school.
Ah,
So
That'll be fun.
Those
He
were
passed
the
away, didn't he,
apolitical
Chuck?
days when you didn't put slogans on the top of your
Oh, yeah.
mortarboard.
there you go.
Yeah.
do they do that now?
Oh,
Oh,
they
yeah.
sure do. You don't want to know what my daughter wrote.
Yes, I do.
Now you got to tell us.
I'm out of
Chuck-
here, bitches.
Chuck,
Well-raised child. Well done.
Chuck Farkas has passed away, hasn't he?
Yeah, Bob died years ago.
Yeah. He's a nice kid.
Yeah, he was a really nice guy.
Yeah, I remember him well.
And Linda Babbitt, for which I am very, very sorry. Linda was a marvelous woman. She came to visit us in Sonoma one time, she and her husband, and she brought this plant that was, I don't know, it's sort of like a grass, really, purple and green, and it had these sort of feathery plumes. And I said, this is so helter-skelter going crazy. She said, yes, it reminded me of you. I love that plant so much. And then we transplanted it to a bigger pot. And then when she died, I had the gardener put it in the backyard. And we've named it Babbitt. And it
Nice.
is absolutely gorgeous. It is at least 3.5 feet tall. I don't know what I'm going to do if it gets any bigger. But my husband's become so attached to it. And today I was in the bathroom getting dressed and I said, who are you talking to? I'm talking to Babbitt. And I said, oh,
Oh,
right.
That's
And it's just the most wonderful
That's
feeling to have
priceless.
that plant thrive like that. And yeah, and it's starting to get those plumes back again. And it's got a lot of rock at the base, and I didn't think it was going to take off, but it sure as hell did. And it's, yeah, the little
Yeah.
things, huh? Yeah, very
But
happy about it.
Judy, you'll have to monitor him carefully because that's an early sign when people start talking to the foliage.
Yeah, no, the foliage does better for it, I'm afraid. I think that's okay. I think it's the reverse.
That's what Prince Charles always said, and they laughed at him. Do you remember?
absolutely. He was the original ecologist.
Or talk to plants. Judy, are you still in Sonoma?
No, we got priced out of Sonoma. Yeah, we're up in Roseville now, but it's turning out to be really good. I mentioned this last week. We have a daughter in Meadow Vista, which is just north of Auburn, not too far from us, and she's an ER nurse at Sutter Roseville.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah. And I can't tell you how many times it's too many, I'm afraid. But Jim's 85 and he has occasion to go once in a while. And it's been a real blessing to have her on hand. She comes and visits 3-4 times a week, gives us all kinds of health tips and watches over us. And yeah, it's like having a little guardian angel living right under your nose. So we have a daughter.
Have you been able to get your COVID shots through her? I've been told
no,
I can't get them yet.
We go to CVS. No, we just get first class treatment at the hospital, and she brings us a lot of Band-Aids and medical supplies, but I hope they're not listening over there. But yeah, she takes us stuff.
They probably bill them to the federal government. So
yeah.
You're welcome.
What about George the Tesla? Whatever happened to George?
Oh, yeah.
What I know is that my daughter went to grammar school with his son for a few years, but George used to live in Toluca Lake on the edge of Burbank and North Hollywood. But the last 2 reunions we've had in the last like 10 years or so, I can't find him anymore. So
What did he
do?
sadly, I think he's passed away. He was an actor and he was a director. I think he was producing some stuff. I can't say really.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And Barbara
You're
Finkel.
talking about George the Tesla?
Yeah.
Yes.
I remember him as being like a miniature Fonzie.
Yes.
That's a good
Yes.
description.
Very handsome.
Handsome,
Very handsome, but
small,
very short.
but if you remember Fonzie from Happy Days,
It's
George
Fonzie hair.
reminded me of him.
He had the hair.
A funny guy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I used to bowl with him at the Art Linkletter bowling alley
Oh my.
on La Cienega. It was on the northeast corner of La Cienega and Santa Monica Boulevard.
Oh, my.
And
That's where
Joey
there's a
Goodman,
Whole
George the
Foods there now,
Tesla.
I think.
Sorry?
I said there's a Whole Foods. Am I the only one that's here in Southern California? I'm looking at all. No, Marty, you're here.
I am.
I think it's, yeah, I know, I see. I think it's where there's a Whole Foods or a Trader Joe's mini mall there now.
Yeah,
No
it's a
bowling
great
alley.
big store. I'm surprised because the
Yeah.
parking isn't great there, but I guess they found enough
Right.
spaces.
And don't
And
remember
Sheila
Morrison?
Zeidman. Do you remember Sheila Zeidman? Her father was a doctor.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
We never heard from Sheila
Or
for any of the
Barbara
reunions,
Finkel.
really. Yeah, Barbara was on last week.
She was?
Barbara Finkel well, she was on the call. I don't know if she got to speak.
Okay.
And
And-
Barbara Schulgold?
Oh, God. Father was an artist.
The father was a very fine, and we've had one of his pictures.
Schulgold?
Yeah, Barbara
Okay.
Schulgold. She was a loner, actually.
Yeah, she was. And I know she lived in the Bay Area for a while, but then just totally lost touch with her. She never answered any of the reunion things that we sent out over the years. So yeah, she's one of the ones that there's a lot of people who just didn't want to show up last week or this week even. But I'm glad you did, Judy, Markey, Linda, hi, Markey.
Yes.
How about Glenn Judson? Anything on Glenn? Is he still alive?
Lance, no.
Oh, he passed away?
Linda Platt and I met in New York in 2001, and we went to where he was supposed to be living. And we went up to his flat and rang the bell, and nothing. Nothing. So
I think he died of
Alan is
pancreas.
biking in space.
I think Lex died of
Oh,
pancreatic
yeah, he is.
cancer.
He's riding
Who
over the
did?
moon.
You know, we all
Who
lived a
passed?
pretty privileged life where we came from. And I have a couple
Charmed.
of people who told me privately, and I don't remember their names, and I wouldn't mention it anyway, who lived in Beverly Hills, but really had some very, very difficult times.
Mm,
One
mm.
young woman, I don't remember her name, they moved every 3 months because her mom was a sole
Yeah,
earner of a living. She was had some health problems, so her daughter, our classmate, was always working, and they moved
yeah,
every 3 months because at that time, when new apartment buildings were built, they gave someone a new tenant 3 months free rent so they could fill it up quickly and then sell the building. So she moved every 3 months, and we don't know people like that. I mean, we never knew their stories.
Mhm.
no,
Somebody else told me that his father used to beat him. Well, that's not Beverly Hills, but it obviously it was. I mean, there was so
Yeah.
many things that went on behind closed doors
yeah,
that we
yeah.
were so insulated from and had no concept of at the time.
I remember at one of the reunions, it was the picnic one the following day, and I think it was Larry Velotte. Do you remember him?
Yes, I
Sure.
remember.
Yes.
Oh my word, he sat there and just went off about how unhappy he was the whole time he was at Beverly.
Oh,
He
Really?
hated it. People were unfriendly. He complained the whole time, and he did it seriously. He didn't do it with vindictiveness or anything. He just laid it out there that it was, and here he was at the reunion, so he obviously got over something, or maybe he just came to vent. I don't, but it was kind of eye-opening because I figured he's not the only one probably that went through Beverly and never really felt comfortable for one reason or another. But it doesn't
Judy,
even
I
have
think
to be
that's fairly typical of a lot of us who went through
Uh.
Beverly. There were different groups that didn't talk to each other or didn't allow people in. And
Yeah.
Larry was not an unusual, maybe it was more sensitive than others, but that was not atypical at the time.
Yeah.
You think that was unique to Beverly, or is that just high school?
That's
It's
I
just,
think
high
it's
school.
high school.
It
Yeah.
continues to this day.
Yeah.
It's maybe a different form because they do it on their telephones, but it does continue to this day.
I'm sure.
Kids get
Yeah.
bullied, ostracized, left out of things. Oh yeah.
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 I
But
think
even
that
that's
was more
not-
like more clicky
our
though,
own
there
class,
were
still, there
different
are
groups of people who got together with one another and they had kind of isolated groups of friends, there were the nerds, the jocks, the folkies,
the cool
and then
kid.
just the lost souls.
I
Yeah.
think every high school has that,
For sure.
with the cliques, but it's magnified in Beverly Hills because there's a huge wealth gap between the north of Santa Monica Boulevard, or I
Yep.
should say the north of Wilshire and south of Wilshire.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
a lot
That's
of these
true.
kids come from families with very entitled parents.
Yeah.
So
Judy, you're muted. Judy.
I'm sorry?
No, Judy.
Sorry.
Oh, Judy.
Judy,
Which
unmute
Judy?
yourself.
And
You're
live
muted.
from New
Unmute
York.
yourself.
I was telling
Still
people
muted.
today.
You're
You're
Oh.
still
muted,
muted,
Judy.
Judy.
Got it.
You're still muted. There
There
you
you
go.
go.
Thank you.
There. Okay,
I
now
was-
Judy, speak.
A
Oh,
lot
right.
of the, I don't think money had anything to do with who was considered cool or not.
I agree.
There were so many kids from Beverly Vista who were cool. If you,
Yeah,
Joy,
how about Anita Alberts,
Yeah.
Oh, she was, yeah.
she
the
was
ultimate cool.
Beverly Vista. You
She was
know,
a Vista and she was the ultimate cool.
she was, I guess. But Ruth Shepard, she went to Horace Mann. I mean,
Yeah.
people did. And they were Laura, she was from Beverly Vista. I mean, I don't think money had a thing to do with who was
Well,
concerned.
not if you're really pretty anyway.
But
I was
yeah,
just gonna say, maybe looks had something to do with it. Those names
Yeah.
you just rolled off.
And
Yeah.
Ruth
were
Shepard
all very pretty
certainly
girls.
is in the beautiful group, or was.
yes, she
Yeah.
was. She
Yeah.
was a very
Was.
pretty
Gorgeous
girl.
girl.
So is Laura, yeah.
Yep, they all
Laura
were.
Laura
Strickland, yeah.
Strickland, gosh.
Horace Strickland. I was telling someone, do you remember Cheryl Crane?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she
She
came,
sat next to me in sophomore English.
she was the one who
That was
stabbed Johnny
Mrs. Helgeson.
Stompanato. Now, why do I remember that? And I remember nothing else. But I
Well,
remember.
that's a pretty big
Johnny
story.
But
Was
I
she Lana
remember
Turner's, was she Lana
kids
Turner's
going
daughter?
like this.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
hallway.
Yeah,
Lana
so she
Turner's daughter, yes.
stabbed her mother's boyfriend.
Yeah.
Johnny Stompanato.
Johnny
Yeah.
Stompanato. But
Yeah.
I
Johnny
remember kids
Stompanato.
being very cruel about it. I mean, it's just the nature
She
of
wrote a
that
book.
age.
She wrote a book about her life. Did you read her book?
No,
She wrote a
Yes.
book autobiography. Yeah. She
Huh.
lives in Palm
I
Desert.
ran into her, oh gosh, more than 30 years ago. She became a realtor in the Palm Springs area, and if she's still
Really?
alive, still lives there,
Huh.
Cheryl. But I stopped and talked to her. Yeah, I talked to her. I recognized her.
Really?
And of course I recognized her.
Anne
Yeah,
recognizes everybody, so watch out.
And I talked to trees.
That's okay. That's good.
Funny.
Better than if I swing from them at my age.
I remember one of the things that reminded me of how entitled some of our classmates were I remember one guy on his 16th birthday came to school in a brand new Corvette.
Yeah.
It was a 62 red Corvette convertible. It was his birthday present.
Oh,
And I was
my.
thinking, I don't think this would happen in too many other schools.
Oh,
Kushner.
Chuck,
White
Chuck,
Corvette.
remember
Red.
Bruce Schuper? Bruce Schuper had an XKE.
Who?
Really.
right.
Bruce Schuper?
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys know what happened to Bruce Schuper? He went
No.
to
Tell us.
prison. He was a
Really?
drug dealer. Bruce Schuber was really a good friend of mine when I was 16, about 16, and I had to phase him out because he was just getting really dangerous. And he became a drug dealer and served 8 years in Soledad State Prison.
No.
Wow.
And yeah, and he came out, and I think he came out of there in the late 90s. And his mother was living at those big towers at Wilshire and Ocean Avenue in Santa Monica. And he lived with his mother for a while, and then he died. And I don't know whether it was suicide or what, but that was Bruce Schuper's life. And the sad thing about Bruce Schuper is he married a girl when he was 20 years old, and she was the manager of a store called Theodore on Rodeo Drive.
I remember.
I'm trying to think of her name. And she was killed in that plane crash, that PSA crash in San Diego. She died in that plane crash. She was really a sweet girl. He was way too young to be married, and she was something like 18, but they got married. And after that, he really started falling apart. His life went sour. And he was a really spoiled kid, an only kid, lived in a gorgeous home in Truesdale, very rich. And he had anything he wanted. The parents would buy him instantaneously and apologize for taking too long to get it. So he had a Deuce Coupe with a Corvette engine. He had a 58 Chevy Impala. He had an XKE, all the cars that a Beverly Hills kid could want. He had those cars. But yeah,
I
he had
don't
a really
remember
sad
that
life.
name at all. Bruce
Spell
Schuper.
the last name.
Shupper. He was short. He was about 5'7", and he was handsome, and nice physique, and really charming. A real schemer and a charmer.
No recollection.
And really very likable. But he really went. He went for the dare. He went for for danger and risk. Popular with girls, but yeah, that marriage, the wife dying in the plane crash would really send him down.
Yeah.
Who was it that was describing Pat Barron and Bill Geddes and those guys who were in jail?
Yeah, all of those guys.
Yeah.
I have a great Bill Geddes story if anyone wants to hear this. So
I want to
I-
hear it.
I'd like
yeah,
to.
so
Sure.
I lived in 4 different houses in Beverly Hills over the years, and one of them was 210 South Rexford, directly across the street from my 8th grade classroom. And what my father loved, my parents were very young, so when I was 13, when my father was 32, something like 33.
Oh
My father
my.
was, he had me when he was 20. And so my father was a good tennis player, and we went across the street to play tennis, but Bill Geddes was on the court.
I
And my
remember that
father,
story. I remember
yeah, and
that
so
story.
and so we waited for a while. I said, Dad, wait for a while until they're done. And we waited about 10 minutes, but my father had no patience at all, and he was kind of pushy and aggressive. And he said, "Hey," he said, "I'm going to get rid of these guys." I said, "Don't bother that one guy. Don't talk to him. That's the meanest, toughest guy in school. He'll kill me if you give him a hard time. Don't worry, I'll take care of it for you." No, he's not going to push any son of mine around. I said, "Yes, he is. I'm afraid of that guy. Don't bother." And my father went right. My father ignored me, and Bill Geddes pushed my dad. My dad pushed him back. I figured I'm a dead man, but you know.
That's funny.
Didn't
Yeah.
So
he?
yeah,
Didn't he
I
take
don't even think
a baseball bat to your dad?
it was a tennis racket.
Tennis racket?
It's same thing. Yeah,
Well,
but that stopped, and I saw Bill Geddes around town, but I think Bill Geddes was afraid of being beaten up by my dad. He never bothered me. I figured if he saw me, I was dead, but he used to see me everywhere around, and I never had a problem with him again. So yeah, my dad defended me.
While we're on memory lane, here's a question for you guys.
Okay.
If I said, which one teacher comes to mind from high school, who would you say?
Mr.
Dr.
Aquapen.
Herbst,
The Schmidt.
Oh, Doc Herbst,
Doc
absolutely
Herbst.
number one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say Teresa, wasn't it Cunningham?
Mhm.
Yes,
I liked her.
Yeah.
Still,
Teresa Cunningham.
yes.
Yeah.
What did
And,
she teach?
Persia,
History.
politics, economics, religion, science. Still remember that. And
And
where
Judy
Mr.
Moore.
Case.
Was Weichel grammar school, maybe?
High school. No, grammar school. She was El
Grammar-
Rodeo.
Yeah, I remember her.
Mrs. Weichel.
Did
Yeah.
ever-
Marilyn McClure.
um,
McClure.
Oh, I
Marilyn
remember
McClure, French.
No,
We had
history.
her for French.
Oh, for French
History?
too. Oh,
Polly
I- we-
No, no, that was, no, McClure, you're right. You're right. You're right.
Okay, and
history.
what
And
about Acapelli? Didn't any of you have him? He was
who?
so
Yeah.
I
bizarre.
never had Mr.
I had
Acapelli.
Acapelli for
Yeah.
history.
I remember the
was
name.
such a good teacher and so bizarre
Yes.
and
Yes.
so commanding. And he
Yes.
made us read Time magazine every week, and he would give us a quiz.
Yeah.
And I subscribed to Time for much longer than I should have because
I
Hey,
remember
Judy
Mr.
Morgan. What was the
Peterson.
name of our Spanish teacher? Judy Morgan. Who was our Spanish
Oh,
teacher?
Padilla.
Mr.
Oh,
Padilla.
Oh,
yeah.
Mr.
Sure,
Padilla, yeah.
Padilla.
He was
Yeah.
good.
Did you
I liked
remember-
him.
Do you remember Born in Los Discos? Remember that in the language
Oh.
lab? We had a recorder. Erase the recorder.
Not so much. No.
Okay. All right.
Did
But I remember
anybody know
him.
Mr. Sparks?
I remember
Mr.
the name.
Sparks.
Yes.
For
He
Sparks.
taught
Yes.
speed reading, and I think he taught he was a driving instructor at Beverly High, and he had his office up in the tower.
Yeah.
In the tower. That guy was a kind of a pedophile.
Oh
I
dear.
gotta tell you, he
Really?
there were a couple students I know, one in particular who was victimized by him, and
Wow.
actually he took me out one night, for coffee,
Yeah.
and I got away, but
Oh, my goodness.
I don't think he was ever discovered, but he was definitely a pervert.
Wow.
Horrible.
Oh,
I'll tell you a much cleaner
what a
Horrible.
horrible thing to have to carry around. I
about
remember
it.
my art teachers, Mrs. View, Miss Vio, and
Yes.
Mrs. Robert. Yeah, I remember them very, very well.
And your
Because
ears
they
should
were-
be burning. And have I told you that I use you all the time? Whenever we have the discussion about whether things can be learned or whether they're intuitive or inherent. And I'll say, I had this friend, or whether you have to put the 10,000 hours in. And I say, I had this friend in high school, and if we were drawing a still life, she would have 5 lines and she would have the whole gesture and all the movement perfectly. And I would have
I don't
well
remember that.
drawn, much erased, kind of stilted thing. And I proved that you could learn, and Anne was the natural. Always.
Well, thank you very much for that.
But it's true.
I don't remember 5 lines, but
I just remember
thank
you
you.
doing the gesture and getting it.
Yeah,
I
thank you.
tell the story about Mrs. Hurlbert, who was
Oh, she
Yes.
wore purple.
purple all the time.
Yes.
And she told me junior year that I would never speak a foreign language.
Oh dear.
Totally scarring, and wound up being the reason I didn't want to go to Berkeley, because I was going to have to take a French again. And I also found that I can't remember. I have dementia, so I stop and start all the time. But she did do that to me, and it was very scarring.
I
Yeah,
remember her.
Amazing how a teacher can stifle a student. It's
I
horrible.
was in a Hurlbut French class, which I probably got a C minus. But
Mhm.
I remember I sat next to Terry Melcher, who's
Oh, Mary Melcher.
I think a year ahead of us, right?
Yes, he was.
Yes.
Yes.
First aid son.
And he used to just, I mean, he was like right next to me. And he, under his breath, he would just say these hysterical things about Mrs. Hurlbut during the class that I just would start laughing, you know, in the middle of class. It was a little embarrassing, but
He was a good guy. I remember him.
very funny.
And
I
then the
remember
other,
Terry Melcher.
Who was his mother again? Who was
Doris
his
Day. Doris
Doris
Day.
Oh,
Day.
of
Doris Day, yeah.
course.
They lived in
Yes.
Truesdale.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He
yeah.
was in Madrigal Singers with us too.
Really?
Terry.
Was
Yeah, he was in
Valerie
choir in Madrigal
Cagney
Singers.
in our class? Valerie Cagney? Jimmy
Yes,
Cagney's daughter.
but she was Valerie Kavanaugh when she came to Beverly.
Oh,
Oh,
yes, I
well, then-
remember.
Hmm.
Is that
And
who her
Craig
father was?
Martin. Who?
Wasn't Craig Martin a year or so ahead of us?
Yes.
Dean Martin's
Craig
son?
Martin was ahead of us. He was Dean Martin's son.
Right.
Yeah.
Dino was much younger than us, but the 2 daughters, Claudia and
Gail.
Yeah.
Gail Martin, were like a year or 2 younger
Yeah.
than
Uh-huh.
we are.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to think of who else was.
Well,
I was out
Dino
of
was a friend of Bill Geddes.
Who
Dino
was?
Andre
Geddes was-
Previn?
They used to hang out together, and Dino was like a thug in training under Bill Geddes' tutelage.
Are you talking about
Okay.
Dino Martin was a lot younger than us. You're talking about a different 10 years younger.
Oh, is he 10 years? Oh, wait a minute. There was one of
Yeah.
the Martin kids that.
Craig Martin.
There's 2. Craig Martin was the older one, class of 59, but the 2 younger kids are Dina and Dino. And Dino is the one that was killed in an Air National Guard jet crash.
Yes,
And his
yes. I remember.
sister's Dina, she's still alive, very elegant, beautiful, a nice girl. But yeah, if anyone was a friend of Getty's, it would have to be
It was the
Craig.
older brother then.
Yeah, they were the same
Ah.
age.
What about Vicki Laszlo, Ann? Or Rita George?
Vicki lives in Santa Fe, New Mexico.
Okay.
I think she was interested in coming to the El Rodeo reunion that we had, but she didn't show up.
Yeah.
I remember famous kids, famous parents of kids in our class was Barry and Vicki Lane. Their father was Dick Lane, the wrestling
Remember them well.
announcer. And Jan Westrope was in our class, and she was the daughter of a very famous jockey here in California named, and I of course would know that, Terry and Tony.
Yes.
Jack Westrope was a race rider.
And her
So-
stepfather was Frankie Lane.
I was just gonna say Frankie
Oh,
Lane's,
that's right.
yeah.
That's right.
And I
She used-
remember Robbie Sedway broke up with Jan Westrop. There was a party at her house, and she was crying on Frankie Lane's chest. She was devastated. I remember that very
You know,
clearly.
Didn't we have Andre Previn?
Tony, I
No, he
No,
was
he
way
was
ahead of us.
older
driving
than us.
lessons from his father, Tony. I
Yeah.
swear we took driving lessons.
Yeah,
from his
yeah.
father.
Jan drove me
Yeah.
to school for a while. They had a chauffeur. They had a '56 Cadillac, and on the dashboard there was a big plate on it that said "Mule Train." And Jan's chauffeur would pick me up on the corner of Carmelita and Foothill. And before I got my license, I got a license. I got a car when I was 16, but before that, she would pick me up and drive me to school. The chauffeur.
Okay,
That's
first cars, please. Tony and I shared the best car. We couldn't believe that our parents surprised us with it. It was a 57 Bel Air convertible. It was used.
Oh,
Debbie
I
convertible.
remember that car.
With,
Oh,
and you look at them every now and then, you see them in car shows.
should have
And
kept it. It's worth 150,000 today.
Oh,
you better
stop
believe
it. Oh,
And little skinny steering wheel, and it was red and silver on the inside.
yes.
And we nearly
Yeah.
killed ourselves the very first time we drove it. If you go up there, they called it the Star or the Etoile in front of the hotel. And there were like 6 streets that went into it just below Sunset. There were like 6.
Yeah.
It was the ultimate roundabout. And we knew
By the
from
Bel Air Hotel.
we missed
Beverly Hills Hotel.
Beverly Hills Hotel.
Beverly
We
Hills
didn't see
Hotel.
Hills
Yes.
by an inch. You remember,
Yeah.
Tony?
Oh, I do. I remember them making us swear that we wouldn't smoke in the car. And we said, yes, of course we wouldn't. And we had the top down and one of us was smoking and the ash blew out
oh God.
and landed within like the first week on the red upholstery in the back seat. But we didn't have to worry because they would never have been in the back seat.
Oh, God.
Oh
My
dear.
first car was
Was-
Sean Wiles' grandmother's car, a '56 Ford, 2-door, 3-column stick shift,
Yeah.
basic. There were rubber floor mats. Didn't have carpets even.
No,
Was somebody asking what happened to Terry Melcher? I went out of range, so it
Yes.
broke up. And someone wanted to know. He died of melanoma about
Yeah.
7 or 8 years ago.
Yeah.
He was very fair. He was very, very fair and
Yes, he
spent a
was.
lot of time in the sun.
Yeah, freckles, reddish blonde hair. But he also was a
Yeah.
Christian scientist, and he did not accept medicine. That's
Oh, really?
Yeah, he
Wow.
went with melanoma. You go real fast. Even if you see an oncologist, it's pretty
Yeah.
hopeless.
He was a
Wow.
really nice guy. I really liked him.
Yeah, I saw him at a
Does
party.
does anybody know that Bob Cowan was almost a celebrity? I used to go on double dates with him, and he was dating this girl named Candy Marrer, who lived in Truesdale.
Yes. She married the old man.
Yeah.
Yes, it was a very difficult choice. Do I hook up with Bob Cowan or do I go for the Bucks?
Aaron Spelling.
Aaron
Yes.
Spelling. Thank you,
Yeah.
Alan.
Oh,
Really?
my.
Well,
Yeah, he was Candy Mara was in Peter's class, my brother Peter.
she's a
And
nice girl.
the Efron girls they were from high school, weren't they?
Yes. Nora was above us.
Delia-
Delia was below us.
Delia is still alive, and I believe she she was a year younger than,
Yes.
than
Oh,
we
okay.
are. Nora's gone, sadly, and Haley or Hallie, I can't remember how she
Hallie.
says it. What?
Oh, it's Hallie that
Ha-
I think is her name.
Hallie, okay.
Yeah,
Okay. She's a writer too, isn't she?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Very
Very
those
talented.
girls-
has a new husband, I mean, like 3 years old, and put out a book that was turned into a play in the past 2 years. So she's always been in a hard position because Nora is such a humongous talent, and Delia was good, but Delia worked
Hard
with,
act to follow.
yeah, very hard.
I have a friend who has taken to investing in theater and
Mhm.
productions, and she went to London for the opening of Goodnight Oscar,
Mhm.
which stars Sean Hayes. And I said, "Oh, we had Amanda Levant. What year was she?"
You're
She was
behind
Who's
us.
it?
One year
Amanda
behind
was
us.
Behind us,
our class. I couldn't remember if it was ours or a year younger.
She was
Behind
behind
us.
us. She was behind us, and I
That's what
think
I thought.
she
1
and
year.
George the Tesla were a couple.
Yeah, I
Okay.
remember.
Right.
Really?
Yeah.
I missed that.
Okay.
Did
Where
it?
was her senior prom?
Speaking
Huh?
of show business, did anyone read Barry Diller's book,
No.
the autobiography?
Not
Yeah, he
yet.
talks about Beverly High in his
Huh?
book.
Where was
Does
Too
he
her
bad
talk
he's
about
not.
El Rodeo and how he terrorized me? He lived down the street.
Who? Barry? Barry
Barry
Diller?
Diller lived down he Barry Diller lived next to Rabbi Edgar Magnin, who was the rabbi at
Well,
Mission
Well,
Boulevard Temple.
yes.
Yeah.
And yeah, and Barry Diller and Barry Dukoff used to ride their bikes, and if I'd be playing outside in my front yard, they would come by, they'd hassle. They were not nice. They were a year older than we are. Yeah. Oh.
What about Alan Mart?
Alan passed away in 20. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I went to his memorial service. I flew to San Francisco, rented a car, and drove to Bolinas, where he and his wife were living.
Okay.
Yeah,
I had been in
yeah,
touch with him at one point.
yeah.
Okay.
I had lunch with Alan one day. He called me up and he said, "I want to have lunch with you." He was part of a very, very well-connected Hollywood family. Um, His mother, I believe, was part of the Wasserman family. Lou
Oh,
Wasserman and Edie
Oh, yeah,
Wasserman.
oh,
yeah, yeah.
yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Did he go to
Uh,
Beverly Vista? Alan Mart?
well, he went to El Rodeo for a while.
He lived across from us in Carmelita for a little while. Remember, Ann?
Yeah, yeah.
They had their house across the street. What about Frida Plotkin?
Frida passed away in
Oh,
2007. She had
long.
ovarian
Gosh.
cancer.
Oh, a long.
Yeah, yeah. I had seen her 2 months before she passed away. She
Uh,
didn't even know she had it. And I took a walk through Central Park with her and Sue Levine Schnall. And we had a lovely walk and then a lovely lunch. And then I got a call from her husband at the time, Mel Hausner, and he
Yes.
said, Frida's passed away. And I
Yeah.
said, what?
What
He
about
told
people,
me.
people
And
know
then
anything
so
about
I flew back for her funeral. Yeah,
Oh.
I was devastated.
What did
people?
I
she
still
die?
miss her.
What did she pass away from? Anne?
Ovarian cancer.
Oh.
She had surgery, which was successful, but they kept her in the hospital for a little while longer because evidently there was a post-op complication. And then she was sent home on a Sunday, and Monday she was sitting at the dining room table in her flat having lunch, and when she stood up, she collapsed and literally died on the spot. She had
Oh, my.
had a blood clot. She threw a clot.
uh,
So,
I remember her house directly at the bottom of the terraces, opposite the
I
school.
remember just opposite the
Yeah.
school, there was an
A,
art.
a Spanish kind of.
I remember.
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
that was a garden apartment complex,
Yes.
Okay.
which was very attractive. And I
Yeah.
remember them living there. But then they built a house in Upper Truesdale.
Okay.
Jerry Orton. Jerry Orton.
Oh, he was a nice guy.
Yeah.
What happened
Yeah,
to him?
he's
What happened to him?
I think he's in Lake Tahoe, in the Lake
He was a
Tahoe area.
very nice, popular guy.
Yeah, I liked
Yes.
him.
Hmm.
And
He's
Andrea
alive.
Oster, did we ask about her? Did we see her?
She is your neighbor, Terry. She lives somewhere in DC.
Does she?
Her husband used to be the Assistant Secretary of the Navy. I don't know if it was under Clinton or
Huh,
earlier, under Carter.
huh.
And you were a fountain of information.
Well,
Amazing.
Yeah, she memorizes this stuff.
I'm the one that's had the list going since our 10th reunion.
But you remember the
I've
years.
had the list,
Oh
so
my
I
God.
know.
Wow.
I've got to go, but it's been such a treat. You all keep going.
Okay.
Stay well.
See you
Terry,
next
Terry?
time.
Bye, Terry.
Terry,
this
before
is-
you go, one of our daughters is married to a firefighter who is stationed in Arlington. So I'll have him watch out for you. So
You
be
know
careful.
which station? One of my best friends was one of my best art pals. Her son is now a fire marshal in Arlington.
Yeah, he was promoted recently. He's not a marshal. He was I can't think of what it was, but he's promoted.
Do you come and visit?
Yes, his name is Wes Barger, Barger, Wesley, and he's a firefighter in Arlington. I cannot
Do
tell
you
you
come
what
and
station.
visit, Judy?
Sorry. Oh, we used to, not so much anymore. She
Oh,
actually
probably
she
so.
lives in Springfield,
Okay.
and so he commutes. But she went back there because she went to university there. She went to George. Look at me blanking out. She got her master's at
Georgetown, George Mason.
Thank you so much. Yeah. And then she lived in Adams Morgan in a condo for a while there till she graduated, and then went right to work, South American studies, Spanish, all that sort of thing. Very corporate child. And she's been back there ever since and met him somehow and has been living there and has 2 babies. But when I saw Arlington, I said, oh, look at that. That's
There
where
you
West.
go.
Yeah.
Stay well, all of you. God bless.
Terry,
Okay, Terry.
Terry,
Good luck.
Talk to you soon.
Terry, well, it's too late.
Stay
Tony,
alive.
tell
Has
her
anybody
that
heard-
it's been recorded and she can review it next week.
I will tell her. And guys,
Okay.
it is now 11 o'clock and I'm going to sleep. But it's a joy to see you all. And I just
I will
wish you
see
good
you
health.
next month.
Absolutely.
see
And
you
I'm
next
really
month.
looking forward to it. Be lovely.
Okay,
All
and
right.
One
Adam-
twin
and
follows
Adam
the
too.
other. Always works. One twin always follows the other.
Absolutely. To this day. Goodbye, all. Be well.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye,
Bye.
Tony.
I'm going to have to sign off too.
And I should too.
Got
Yeah.
some
Yeah, the
kids
Dodgers
coming
are
over
playing.
and we're gonna do some
Good seeing
birthday.
you all.
Well, you're going to
What's
see
wrong
the
with-
list of the
what's-
Dodger
what's
game,
wrong
are you,
with-
Marty? The Dodger
sorry?
Giants game? The Dodger Giants game is going on right now. Does that matter to you?
Oh,
No,
not at
they're
all.
altacockers. They're just
I'm not,
altacockers. They
I'm
can't
not a
stay
sports
awake.
fan. But
My
I got a
husband's
surrogate
glued.
daughter coming over and then we're gonna meet her father and brother who, and anyways, got to
Yeah.
get ready for the kids.
For
So
sure.
good to see
Okay,
everybody.
It
And-
has been
Bye,
great.
Marty.
And again,
Bye-bye.
Bob,
Bye.
thank
Good
you.
to
Bye.
see you all. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. So Steve's here, Judy's here, and Bob's here. And
Have you-
Alan, where's Alan?
Has anybody heard
Did
about
Alan-
Sally Ross
She's out in
Oh.
Washington.
in Washington?
He lives out in
Yes.
Washington. She
Yeah.
and I talked to her one time and then we haven't, it's not like the old days, Steve, when we used to sit, Steve and his wife Susie and me and Tom, another Tom, and we had, who was the other one? Janet Bourdain.
Janet
Oh,
Bourdain.
Janet Bourdain. Yeah.
Right, would go out because we were all these Beverly High people right in the same community here in Chicago.
Right.
And I remember my story about Janet, who was quite the character, because she dressed like such a vamp. And she always wore short things and she wore orchids in her hair every day to go to the supermarket. And
And the dentist.
And the
And the
dentist.
There's
Right,
Judy
yeah, I
Silverglade.
know.
Hi, Judy.
Julie
Oh my
told-
God, 3 Judys.
And Julie told me that she did that. And what was I saying?
Janet Bourdet, Newman.
Oh, so we were all going to see Cats, the four couples with Steve and Suzanne, blah, blah, blah. And Sally Ross was part of it. And I called Sally and I said, what are you going to wear? And she said, what does it matter? Janet's going to be there.
Janet, the last I heard, Janet had very severe dementia.
Yes.
And I think she is in some kind of
She's in a
assisted.
place. Because her
What?
husband called me and
Oh, okay.
and wanted to catch up. And I didn't know what to say because I barely know
Mark, yeah.
other than going.
Mark.
Mark. What was their last name?
Goodman?
Newman.
Newman.
Right. But he said, yeah, she was not doing well.
Oh, that's too bad.
Right.
We're really survivors, all of us, at this stage in our lives, with so many around us succumbing to whatever.
All right, but I'm going to finish Judy's story about cats. Okay, so we went to see the play at this beautiful little theater in Chicago, and we sat in the first balcony, and we arrived just as it was starting, so everybody was seated but us. That's the way it seemed. And as we walked in, Janet was wearing a leather something that looked like it had been ripped by a tiger or something. You know, it was just ripped. You know what I mean? It was spectacular looking, but it was extremely provocative. And we walked in, and it looked to me like the entire audience of the theater turned around and looked at us walking in and sitting down. I'll never forget it.
And I don't remember it, but because I remember Janet always wearing white, tight things. And she looked good in them.
She looked great, yeah.
Right, yeah. So
it was sweet.
High
She's a
heels.
sweetheart.
Her hair was always styled just perfectly, very low cut tops and very, very micro mini skirts or shorts.
Mm-hmm.
And always either a lily in her hair or an orchid.
Orchid, yeah.
Yeah.
The lilies were for the days.
At the dentist.
Right.
When Julie told me that, I said, oh boy.
Right. Okay, I have to go because there's no dinner going on right now. And I hope.
So good to see you.
It's so good to be here. And I wish more people had come, but it's been a delight.
Before you leave, I have a question for you. I was thinking about doing this maybe twice a year. What do you guys think?
Perfect. I like that.
Perfect.
January and June? What do you figure?
Why not?
Why not?
Okay, I'll pencil it in. I'll send you all invites and we'll run it up the flagpole and see who salutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bob, thank you so much.
The only thing is, I just want to make sure I get the email. So
yes, well, as long as you've got the list, everybody.
The load's on me to get a complete list. There were people that were not on the list that I haven't burdened Bob with saying, shame you didn't send these people any announcement, because I missed them, skipped over them myself. Now I'm going back several reunions, and I'll get you as much as I can get you that's current.
Okay, I'll just add it to the list and I'll send them out in January.
Yeah. Well, you'll have to know to take off certain ones because they don't refer to anybody anymore.
Right.
I'll give you names plus emails.
Okay.
And if there's a duplicate, I'll give you the latest one.
You're also going to send out a list of those alive and those dead and all.
Yes. Yeah, I'm going to get all of that to Bob. I'll get all of that to Bob before January.
Okay.
If that's okay.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
So you guys will all see it. Okay. Wonderful seeing you, Judy and Steve.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yes, Tranny.
Yeah.
Take care, dear.
Okay. So briefly, we had 3 Judys, and now
Isn't
we have
that funny?
2.
And then there were none from the old
Right now we have, yeah, 2.
Movie.
Well,
Well,
this
we're all-
Judy will
Oh,
probably
boy.
We're
cut
all
out pretty
alive
soon
and
too.
well.
When you leave, what do?
I'm-
You just click yourself out?
Yeah,
All
Yeah.
right.
you
Yeah,
see where
I
it
have a
says leave?
big day tomorrow. My birthday is on Tuesday. I'm going to be 82.
Happy birthday. I
Happy
just had
birthday,
mine.
Judy.
I was behind a woman in this drugstore yesterday, and she had to give her birth date for some reason. I'm hoping it was because she was buying booze, but I heard her say 1931. And I looked her up and down from the back, and I said, okay, this is a woman in flats and slacks and a shirt, 1931. And I'm thinking, okay, Drinkall was born in 40, and he just turned 85. This woman is Methuselah. Who is? So I said, pardon me for interrupting, but I couldn't help but overhear that you were born in 1931. And she turned, she says, yes, I'm 94 years old. And you, my God, all of a sudden I feel so decrepit. I mean, you know,
And you're
I have a
not,
bit-
and you're
Well,
not.
I have
You
a bit
look
of-
terrific.
well, I have a little bit of vertigo. So when I walk, I look a little bit not so smart. But anyway, this
Judy,
woman was
we
like a
all
miracle.
have our little Michigas, if you will.
Yeah.
But we're still here. You still put your pants on one leg at a time.
Indeed.
Drive your car.
Yay! That's
Yeah.
my expression.
Yeah,
Yes,
for sure. All right. Well, I like the idea of twice
That's
a year,
great.
Bob. That's very, very good.
okay, I could do
Okay.
it. It's easy.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do that. I think it's great.
Okay,
Okay.
put it on
Hugs
your
to both
calendar.
of
I'll get
you.
you some dates.
And Anne, you have to take care
Okay.
of yourself forever because
I
you
do.
are knowing, you know, everybody and what they did and all about their families. So you have to keep good care of yourself.
Not everybody, but a lot. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
a
do.
whole lot for sure.
It's a
All
heavy
right.
load to carry, but it keeps
It
me young.
is. Better you than me. All right.
Thanks a lot.
Sorry.
Okay, so I'm going to sign off now.
All right.
Adios, everyone.
I'll close it
Shalom,
out. You guys
shalom.
have a good week.
You too.
Thank
Thanks for
you.
this.
You too.
Oh, you're welcome.
Bye.
Take care.
All right. Bye-bye now.
Not happening.